first country on the list for today is Germany. So last place in 22, a second to last in 21, a second to last in 2019. Not the greatest run for Germany at the contest, but here comes Lord of the Lost, hoping to change that. The band was selected by the public via the national final as they really like Blood and Glitter, the name of the song. Its industrial metal image may not be the safest choice, but a choice that may pay off. Maybe not. We don't know. The band has been together since 2007, and experience is not going to be a hurdle, at least with them. And the lead singer, Chris Harms, he revealed that the band actually applied to represent Germany for many years. So persistency paid off. Question is, was it worth the wait? Well, here to talk this through. I'll start with you on James. I would love to hear your thoughts on the German song. And then, by the way, at the end, everyone, that's when we give our scores and then the overall score. But James, why don't you go ahead?
Lots of people ask me, why do I, a metalhead, listen to music, listen to Eurovision? How can it be that somebody who listens to death metal and cryptopsy, suddenly switch gears and sing Euphoria? Well, this song is the answer. Blood and Glitter. You can segment your likes. There's duality within each of us. The blood, the Russian Thundersturm und Drang. You like my German there?
No.
Metal. And then also the glitter of pop. So, your metalheads, you like your riffs, you like your fast blast beats, and with your pop, you like your vocal hooks and your grooves. So, Blood and Glitter is a great anthem for people who are metalheads who like pop, who like Eurovision as well. As a gothic industrial number, I find it is a compelling entry. I've been a fan of this genre since the days of Depeche Mode, Sister of Mercy, then through the 90s with like Rammstein and My Dying Bride and Covenant and so on. And I find this one a particularly decent entry. Nothing but positives from me. The first time in more than a decade that I put Germany in my top 10.
I know. Germany has missed the mark when it comes to James' taste for quite some time. To be fair, a lot of people's taste based on the most recent results. Connor, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I am of a similar taste as James. I am not as experienced of a metalhead as James, but I have been recently converted to the genre. And, I think for me, first of all, I would say that it's exciting that I am excited about a German entry. Because I feel like I've been very lukewarm about a German entry, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. And like I said yesterday with Malik's song, you take it out of Eurovision, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. You put it in Eurovision, I'm like, ooh, I forgot that was there. We cannot forget that this is here. This is going to be impressionable. This is going to leave a statement. This is going to light the arena on fire if they do it well. And I just love that they are so in on this whole thing. They have been wanting to do this for a while. They had been very immersed in the process. And I expect a lot from them when it comes to staging because of what they gave us at Unserlied. I mean, it can only go up from there. Whereas in recent years, we've kind of been like, what is it gonna do? ? So I have a lot of really good hopes. I'm really excited, and it's also somewhere in the left-hand scoreboard for me. I won't reveal where.
Okay, that is great. By the way, can you double check your microphone, Connor? It was better when we before went live. There's like a clicking sound, and it's a little far away.
Oh, yes, I can.
Just double check that. But anyways, let me just explain. Since as a German-born American, I have been extra critical. I guess I had the right and harsh when Germany very frequently decided to send like turds disguised as radio-friendly songs. Let's put it that way. But here, credit where credit is due. This is amazing. Lord of the Lost may not be everyone's cup of tea. I get that. It's polarizing, but I'm on the side of love. I absolutely love it. It has a bit of to me, it's not the same genre per se, but it has vibes of Lordy flashbacks. You know, this hard rock, hallelujah, blood and glitter. So I cannot do it. I'm not I don't have the voice. But it's also, I would, as they call it, industrial metal, has a little bit more of a broader appeal than people realize sometimes, especially when it's a pretty catchy melody. It's not just, noisy. It has actually melodically a lot to offer. We talked about it yesterday with James, I think, that certain genres like this one they're always known for the most amazing lyrics. So, so the song does not thrive off of amazing lyrical content here, but it's the vibe and the energy where it really makes up for it. And it's going to be visually a feast of all. I think we all know that. To me, I'll agree with what James said. It's definitely Germany's best entry since Selena, hands down. Again, the bar is pretty low. Now, don't get no shade towards Michael Schulte. I love that song. It was a pretty ballad, moved me, but this is just my kind of music. So, Deutschland, vielen Dank für die Musik. Vielen Dank, wie lieb von dir. Germans my age understand that this is the Tom and Jerry theme song. So in Germany. So just in case you're wondering. But I love this song. So I'm very, very, very happy that Germany sent something. And it may or may not pay off. But did it pay off with us? So far, the comments were pretty good. Is our score going to reflect that? First, the three of us will give our scores, and then we'll look at the team score. James, what did you give it?
Well, I was gonna sing the theme tune for Maya the Bee, another classic German cartoon from.
You
the 70s.
Know that one? No,
oh yeah, that was big in South Africa.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm just here. Keep going.
Maya. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. You got me on a trip here. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, my score for this one, 9.
9. How fun? Yeah. Okay. So what you got, Connor?
Yeah. So for me, and hopefully my microphone has been fixed. I guess
it's much better now.
Perfect. Switched over to my headphones. But for Germany here again, like I said, I'm excited about an entry. I don't think that it's my favorite metal entry of this season because we've already kind of covered which one that would be from yesterday. But it is a solid 8 for me. And again, that's pretty good for me in Germany. I mean, I've given Germany pretty high marks, but when we get to Eurovision, it crumbles. I think that this is an 8. A well-deserved 8. No one will make fun of me for this 8, and it will stay an 8 or go up as we get there.
Hey,
I remember good, sisters. Right? I remember that tragedy that I gave like an 8 or 9 to. So
you did?
Sorry, y'all. I did.
Oh dear, somebody had to, I guess. So 9 indeed from me as well, and I feel like I didn't want to give it more because it comes across as biased. I don't know. But no, I think 9 is a fair score here. To me, it's my personal favorite in terms of the harder sounds. I know some people refer to Australia, but this Germany works better for me. Point is, I love it. I love it. And everyone in the chat, let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to bring them up in just a moment. But before we do that, let's take a look at the team score overall. Let's bring up this, by the way, before I forget. This was yesterday's score. I forgot to bring that up first. Albania's highlighted on because it was the last one we reviewed. So it doesn't mean I'm highlighting it right now. I just didn't want to create a new graphic. I was too lazy. So that's what we had. So where does Germany fall? Here we go. It takes Albania 7th place with a total of 7.17. And as you can see, that's a lower score from what Connor gave it, an 8. So the rest of the team brought down Germany a little bit. Connor, is that a surprise to you? Or you can see that this is not everyone's cup of tea?
Well, I think that we have not only a Germany stand on here, but also, again, 2 metalheads. So we were naturally going to put it higher. And I think that there's a little bit of worry that people are going to have of like, oh my gosh, that's really low. But I think that this song is not going to resonate with the entire public. So they are probably pulling it down just a little bit. But what's important is I think Germany in the past has been like, for some people, a 1 to 4 average. Yes. So if we are in the 9 to 8s And that means that other people are probably in the 5 to 6s to give it a 7.17. That's still pretty good across the board, because that means that people are talking about it and have feelings about it. And that's important for Germany because people haven't had that in the last 3 to 4 years.
Yes, you raised a very good point. I thought also it was too low for my liking. It deserved better, but it is true. Your point is, and I said the same thing yesterday. You'd rather be polarizing. Germany votes. The televote is not going to consist of an average. It's going to consist like people either vote for it or they won't. So people who hate the song or just don't get it, they cannot vote against it. This is not Big Brother. This is, you vote for your favorites or you don't. And this one will have a lot of support. And I saw plenty of clips yesterday from the Dutch party. Germany was going big in the audience. There is this element that this song is just also a great, great live feel. People go nuts over it. And I think it's going to come across. So I am not too worried about this score. I don't think 7.17 is low, someone's saying, but maybe quality this year is high. How do you guys feel, James, in terms of the overall quality? You think that may have a reason for it? Because some people were saying it's not a good year, but it seems like two camps. One camp says it's a good year because of the diversity and the less predictable music, for the lack of a better word, while the more mainstream folks feel like there's not enough for them out there. Where do you fall, James?
Personally, I think it is a good year. Yes, I do agree the quality is there. However, I think my highs are higher this year than last year. My lows are lower than last year. So it feels like a bit of a spread. And because we've had like this entry, for instance, is really great. And then there's a bunch of others I have in a similar score range as well. And then, this entry's neighbor to the east. Oh my God, it's been a while since I've heard one that bad at this contest. So I think maybe that colors some people's perceptions in that the lows seem lower to some people, because I've had some people have agreed with me on at least on that part.
Yeah. And keep in mind, these are just our scores right now. This is Team United giving score, and we have a separate that is coming from you, the viewer. So I have the link for Germany and all the other ones as well we're going to discuss in the description box. Vote. What score do you want to give it? It will be added, and then we'll have an overall score, and that will be presented at the very, very end of all of this. So Germany, as Connor correctly pointed out, is certainly an improvement, even though some may think it's a little lower than what it should have been. I think they are, at least according to this score, on the right path.